Welcome to Tiger Gameday, built by Fathers Club.
This is Tiger Gameday, and I'm not your host. Ashley, kick us off.
Welcome to Tiger Gameday. I'm your host, Ashley Bergeson, and I'm here with
Enoch Rodriguez,
Mustafa Kadir,
Sam Strauss,
and Jack Houston.
Throughout the show, we will be looking at this week's EKL homecoming game. This week, we are welcoming the Blue Valley North Mustangs to the home of the Blue Valley Tigers. Throughout the show, you are going to be hearing from your analysts, and they will cover a film breakdown, looking around other BV sports, and finally, the analysts will talk about important players and their picks for the game. All right, Jack, let's hear what you have to say about this week's matchup.
All right, so it's not going to be easy. I know we just saw North coming off a strong loss against Blue Valley West, so that's getting our eyes up, looking for what they played, because we know Blue Valley West is not very good. But Blue Valley started off hot against Blue Valley Southwest with a big win to get some momentum going into 3 away games. Unfortunately, coming back 1-3 with some close losses, though, playing some good competition. But having back at the home atmosphere, I think, could give us a big advantage for tonight's game.
Now let's hear it from Jordan and Parker. They broke down the film and are going to talk about the game plan.
Hi, I'm Joey Lonergan. I'm filling in for my boy Jordan. He's at home sick. He's got to get healthy for the game on Friday, as we're filming this a couple days before, and I'm here with my guy Parker.
Yep, let's get this thing started.
Yes, sir. So first we're going to do a little highlighting of the 2 most important keys in this game. The Tigers need to be ready for the keys, and I know that we are, as we've been talking about in practice. Number 78, he's going to line up at left guard when they run this play. Number 8, one of their tight ends in a sling position, which means he's off the ball by an immense amount. And then they got 12 to the same side as that. We're going to get GY counter, where he's going to pull hard. We're going to get 8 coming across, and then they're going to feed that thing to 12 and let those guys work, as you'll see in this play. And that is their number 1 run concept, GY counter. So if the Tigers can get a good dent or force on the outside and then come up and blow that thing up, they're going to have some success against that. And now, again, you see Blue Valley North lined up in that. You got 78 at left guard, 8, he's off the ball again. But the most important thing to key is the running backs on the other side, so they're probably not going to pull that way unless the quarterback keeps it, which is in their arsenal. But here you're just going to get their second most common run concept, which would be slice or stretch. And all their offensive linemen and tight end, they did a little reach block. They're going to try and kick him in and let number 12 go do work, which he does there.
All right, and here we're going to see their number 1 pass concept is 4 verticals. It's a good tell because the linemen are light on their hands, and they're going to be in a pass protection, and they're just going to throw it up and make their wide receivers make a play.
Yeah, and I think an important thing to key on that is their quarterback.
Yeah.
It was in number 11, Braxton Wagner. You know, they're splitting reps early on in the season, but Wagner out with an ACL injury. We're going to see a little bit more of number 13, Locke Anderson, who's going to run the ball a little bit more. Park, back to that. Off the ball, he's in what's called a plus running back formation, so he's going to be behind the quarterback, but still on the side of him. And then we got 78 at guard. They're light on their hands. They're going to pull across, and they're going to, I assume they're going to run that GY counter a lot this game.
And this one, it's another pass play. You can tell, look at the linemen's hands, they're really light on their hands. Very light on their hands.
Yeah, Park, and number 11 could get out of the pocket. So can Lark Anderson. So they got to be ready to contain that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I just really want to talk about what I think they're going to do against the Tigers. That's a little bit different than their most common tendencies. They like to run mesh, which you're going to see both of these tight ends were on the ball. They're going to come across and cross. That's really tough for those inside backers and outside linebackers to read and switch. And the Tigers had struggled with that against St. James the week prior. But I know that we've been working on that in practice, so should be ready. And then we're going to get a couple comeback routes, which Blue Valley North, their offensive line isn't the best, especially pass protection. So they're just going to let that thing fly, and hopefully there's an opportunity for our corner to make a play. Here, Blue Valley Northwest corner doesn't, but the Tigers got to be able to do that. And then the second thing, the Tigers against Blue Valley Southwest, in their 1 win. Blue Valley Southwest had a lot of success in the running back screen game. Here you're going to see Blue Valley North executes that as well. So the Tigers got to be ready for something like that, which North is likely going to bring to the table.
Yep, and here's going to be a quarterback scramble drill. He can get pretty loose. Look, right there, you can tell he's a really good player. You get it out of the pocket, he can make a lot of plays.
Yeah, and I think what Park's going to is how important it is that Blue Valley North is not going to have a better throwing quarterback.
Yeah.
But we also know that number 13, Mark Anderson, which we didn't see a lot of in this Philippine breakdown, he can break loose and make some throws. Not as good as quarterback Braxton Wagner, but he can also run the ball well since he has 5 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Yeah.
Back to you guys.
I'm Georgia Houston.
I'm Hudson Bright.
And I'm Jackson Gerald.
Welcome to Tiger Talk Sports, where we are going to deep dive into how other fall sports have been doing this season.
Yeah, to start off, I heard the volleyball team has been working hard and keeping up with other teams. Jackson, how have they been doing?
You know, volleyball has actually been playing really well. They started off their season with a record of 9-11. Recently, they've had some tough matches, but if we continue to see star players like Madison Maxmook and Molly McGovern thrive in the court, we could really make a run into the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited to see where volleyball goes this season. Make sure you come and support their next game on October 7th at Blue Valley Northwest.
Our next fall sport we'll be taking a look into is boys soccer.
Yeah, Gerald, the soccer team has been off to a strong start with a 5-4 record to start the season. In their most recent game against the undefeated Blue Valley North Mustangs, they actually pulled an upset win that was 3-2. Joel Ward opened the scoring in the first half, giving them the lead into halftime, and in the second, it was Barrett Snodgrass scoring twice in just 2 minutes, putting the Tigers up 3-0. North did end up inching back into this game, but it wasn't enough for them to complete the comeback. With players like Barrett and Joel continue to step up, the team looks ready to build momentum heading into the rest of the season.
I'm really excited to see where soccer goes this year. Hey, Georgia, could you tell us how the tennis season's been going?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with the tennis team, and they have a lot of exciting news. We have an outstanding doubles team that has been able to take over the EKL. Annabelle Warwick and Nina Zarani have a match record of 12-2 and just recently won the Olathe South Invitational. They're on their way to state with a high chance of winning. But we also have some impressive singles that have been doing really well, not to mention they're only freshmen. Eva got 11th at the Tournament of Champions and only lost 1 game in bracket play. Eva is consistently competitive and holding her position among other players.
Wow, big things happening for our tennis team. It looks like they're just getting started. Hudson, Georgia, don't you think it's time for the top 3 plays of the month?
Yes.
We have hand-selected the top 3 plays of the month, and let's get into it.
Coming in at number 3, we have Colin Moret's banger against Bishop Miege. Tigers were down a goal up until this point, and Colin just slots it in top right. This goal definitely is deserving of the 3rd spot. Let's take a look.
At number 2, we have Jordan Lockett's electric kick return in Week 2 against Washburn Rural. Let's take a look. Jordan runs this one back for a 77-yard touchdown right after halftime to give the Tigers the lead. Jordan has had a really good season, and we're hoping to continue to see his success.
Those plays are pretty good, but not as good as this play. Taking the number 1 play of the month, featured on Max Preps, is Jacob Lockett's unbelievable grab in the end zone that brought the Tigers to the lead against St. James. This 43-yard jaw-dropping touchdown is the most thrilling catch we've seen this season. Dan Sogard delivers the perfect ball that gives Jacob the opportunity to soar above the end zone and make the best play of the month.
Whoa.
Georgia, let's just take a look.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god! Oh.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I cannot believe that catch.
I mean, hopefully next month we'll have something to even compare that to. I'm glad to hear our fall sports have been bringing their A game and working hard.
Well, everyone, that's all we have for you on Tiger Talk Sports.
But the show's not over.
Ashley, back to you.
Thanks, Georgia. Now let's hear it from Jack and Sam about the Blue Valley offense.
So the Blue Valley offense has been pretty solid, I'd say. With Dan, the man, at quarterback, he's got a 68% completion rate, pretty solid, 240 yards per game, and 10 touchdowns so far. So he's had a pretty good year, pretty hot start. We're also looking at Jordan Lockett.
Yeah, with the tough injury to Parker Cowell in Week 3, Jordan Lockett's had to step up in a big way, and he's doing that. with 26 receptions, 4 touchdowns, and 501 all-purpose yards on the season.
So we also have some other threats on the offense. His brother, Jacob Lockett, with probably one of the best catches I've ever seen on the Blue Valley High School football field. So we've got some threats on the offense. Our run game is trash, but that's all right.
On the defensive side of the ball, we have Enoch and Mustafa.
For the Blue Valley defense, we have one dog that stands out on the D-line, AC Van Reen. He has 18 total tackles, 13 solo, and 5 assisted.
As I say, the game is won and lost in the trenches, and for Blue Valley to win this game on the defensive side of the ball, AC Van Reen needs to have an impactful game. On the back end, we have Parker Stevens. He's had 27 total tackles, 19 solo tackles, and 2 pass deflections. Another thing to note, he's a great weapon in the punt return game.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a very important key for our secondary against Blue Valley North.
Now we're going to talk about the Blue Valley North Mustangs. Enoch and Mustafa, what you got?
The Blue Valley North quarterback is Lark Anderson, backup. Their starting quarterback got hurt, and he has 123 yards per game, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a 54% completion yard.
And on the running game, they have Caden Augustus. He's got about 84 yards per game, 2 touchdowns, and 75 carries. It's going to be essential for the Tigers to stop him on the defense, as he's the main fulcrum of their offense.
You know, I think it's going to be a tough game for the Mustangs to win because they're 1-3 on away games, and their only win came from a not good team, Shawnee Mission North.
Yeah, along with that, the shuffling at quarterback has made it really hard on their season outlook.
The North Mustangs are led by 2 junior defensive players, starting with stud linebacker Rhett Daniels with 29 total tackles, 24 solo, 5 assisted. He's got 3 TFLs in the backfield on the running back and 8 QB hurries. The Tigers are going to have to watch out for him. Dan's going to have to worry about him because he's going to be there a lot in his face all night, all game.
Yeah, we also got Aiden Bolton, defensive end, with 24 total tackles, 11 solo, 13 assisted, and 3 TFLs. So he's a big threat on the defense. We have to watch out for him. Our O-line's got to do a good job not letting anybody through that game to give Dan enough time to give it to our lethal threats as our wide receivers.
Rhett Daniels is so effective because Aiden Bolton's such a force on the edge that the linemen just forget about Rhett and he just slides right through there and gets to Dan that easy.
Yeah, it's not easy when the defense has multiple threats, when you got to worry about multiple people. It's pretty easy when they got 1 threat. You just worry about 1 guy, but when 2, it's pretty difficult for the defense. Now we're going to go to a field goal worth $25 QT gift card. If he makes it, we're going to be picking a random student from Blue Valley every single episode, so stay tuned for the next episode. But today, Jackson Gerald with the kick to get a $25 QT gift card. We'll see if he makes it.
Hey Tigers, headed out to the football field, about to go kick a 25-yard field goal for 25 bucks. These people are laughing. I'm not really sure why, but you know, I'm ready to go kill it.
We're here with the field goal, 25-yard field goal for $25. I feel like that's pretty fair. We're here with
Jackson Gerald.
Yep. So he's gonna give us the first ever Blue Valley football field goal kick right here. Oh!
Well, Tigers, that's how you do it. Just won my money. Make sure everyone get loud in the stands, and maybe you could be the next person to get the opportunity to win a $25 gift card.
What a kick by Jackson Gerald. Way to win himself $25 to QT. Stay tuned because you could be the next person to get a chance to win $25 to QT.
Now we are going to pick who we think is going to win this homecoming game against Blue Valley North. Let's hear it, Enoch.
You know, I think this game, there's a lot of, it's a big game, homecoming game, and I got the Tigers 28-7.
Yeah, it's obviously a big game. I mean, Blue Valley North's coming off a big loss. We're coming off a big loss. Could be a good rivalry, going to be some headhunt. But obviously, the Blue Valley Tigers are the better team. So I'm going to pick the Blue Valley Tigers on this one.
I think coming back to home is going to be essential for the Tigers, and they're going to take this game 35-7.
Yeah, I just think Lark Anderson's not experienced enough. I know he's a senior, but he's the backup, and I think our defense is going to rattle him. Also, Blue Valley's going to have to contain Caden Augustus. If they don't do that, it's going to get out of hand. If they do that, I think Blue Valley's going to win 28-21.
Since we're back at the home of the Blue Valley Tigers, I'm going to say that the Tigers are going to kill the Mustangs, and we're going to win by a lot. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you at the game. Roll Tigs!
Tiger Game Day, built by Fathers Club.